What? And that's so fucking accurate. Because he'd be like, "No, how do you use this thing?" Like,
Just as a heads up, I did hit the button, so just as a
I
heads up.
noticed.
go for it, yeah.
Right.
Prick, man. You have Krillin who's just like, man, bunch of you guys are idiots. Like,
I'm totally terrible, man.
yo, you know, the thing is, he would
Krillin
try to flex in
Starhead
front of
looking ass.
Yeah. He'd try to be flexing with Android 18 and be like, yeah, I know how to use a He would just like be screaming.
Abacus?
I'm gonna use the albatross too.
I'm an albatross, dude.
That's a good
Shut the
song.
hell up, Krillin.
Yeah. Oh, jeez. And then Goku the whole time he's just like, it's like, is that something you can eat? Like,
Can't eat an albatross, Goku. We can eat an albatross.
yeah.
Is that what the kids are calling it these days?
I'll stop.
You can only eat an albatross if you want your entire boat to get cursed. That's how that works.
Is that why your boat is cursed?
Oh.
Yeah.
My brain can't take this.
Is that what you're calling it? Your boat?
Oh my god.
No, I'm talking about a short story. Stop.
Jesus Christ! Final next time on Dragon Balls.
Sorry. Don't do that to me. Dragging these balls.
Dragging these nuts.
Oh god.
Keep
It's,
those
like, it's just when you're taking the title of Dragon Ball Z and you're not separating the Z from the rest of the words, so it's just Dragon Balls.
Yo, fuck, dude. Oh man. Actually, there was someone who on TikTok that I follow. He will usually he'll be talking about his life story. Something just happened to him, right? And he'll always mention just like if it's like a parter, like a 3-parter or 4-parter. At the end of the conclusion one, of the point where it's the story, he'll always be like, "Yeah, did I do this? Will I get a new house? Find out next time on Dragon these balls." And it's like, what?
The bait and switch?
Was that necessary? Did you got it?
Like,
Stop.
why? But okay. But why?
Like, why, man?
And he does it every time.
I have found the worst video game title.
No boy.
I'm already scared.
This.
So, I always make the joke of 365 over 2, featuring
Oh,
Knuckles, featuring the Dante from the Devil May Cry series.
Whenever you say featuring Knuckles, I always cry out, man. That shit always hurts.
Jesus. I'm curious about
This one is called Neir Replicant, version 1.2247448871139.
That's
I'm not gonna
real.
remember that.
That's not real.
That's a,
You're not no. That's
Is that
like
a phone number?
that's a matrix coding.
yeah, like,
678-329, like...
What are you talking about? What do you
We
mean?
need a
that's the title?
song?
What?
That if you look into the Discord in the editing tab, that's the name of that game.
I don't
Wait,
know.
from the picture?
Yeah.
What the hell, man?
I don't know if you remember a game on the PS2 and the Xbox called Nier or Nier Gestalt.
Yeah, I remember.
And also there was a game on the PS4 called
Wow, there's just
Nier Automata.
there's a lot of numbers
This
there.
is its prequel. This is its prequel from the Xbox days getting a full-on remaster. But because it's Square Enix and also
He's not joking. Version 1.22474487139.
It
Man,
actually
thought-
says
man thought I
near
was
replicant.
yeah,
Continuous.
yeah.
I didn't realize it said replicant. I thought it was automata or whatever.
No,
'Cause I
this
just,
is
like-
this is its prequel.
Oh my god.
Automata.
Sorry, it's Nier Automata.
Or if you want to pronounce it that way.
It's just one of those things you look at and you go, pronunciation question mark, and then you don't worry about it again, you know?
Raz al Ghul, Raish al Ghul, tomato.
Pretty sure it's Roz, but like,
Yeah, I go with Raz too.
Not
But
in our show. It's in our show. I say Rash.
Rash al Ghul. You need some cream for that, man?
You-
Some
aloe.
It puts the lotion on the skin, or it gets the fucking puddle again.
It gets the pit again.
Yeah.
you will be mocked in editing. Don't worry about it.
I mocked myself.
I know you did.
Mhm.
So just any verbal blunders they get, Red will make fun of you.
Just like there's those moments where Discord hasn't quite figured out that all of us are talking. So every time I can't in editing that I can't figure out who is exactly talking, I just go confused Discord noise.
Jesus.
Static.
Untangible words. Hello.
Yeah, pretty
Oh, jeez.
Or sometimes I think this last time I went literally unintelligible.
This time we have to put incohesive babble.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus. Foreign language spoken, unknown.
Instructions unclear.
IKEA instructions.
Oh my god. Stop.
I put IKEA instructions.
Oh my god. That'd be so meta. That'd be so funny. Oh man.
I just can't believe this fucking title, dude.
Neir
It wins
Replicant?
for stupidest title.
There's just so many numbers.
Why? Because of version 1.224 something.
Excuse you. It's version 1.22474487139.
Seriously, I think you should try and call that number and see what happens.
Stop.
Jeez.
8675309.
Oh,
Right,
God.
pause. See, he just got a hold of Geico.
Fucking
Geico
call
Insurance,
this
I may help you.
Yeah, fucking call this number and save you 15% or more on car insurance. Like,
Yes.
why do
Geico,
I
if you're
have the
listening-
Geico ad stuck in my
Geico, if you're listening, endorse him now.
I'll
think
take
you
a
did this to
Geico
yourself.
sponsor. It's fucking... Fuck, they got money
Oh,
to spend.
jeez. Of course they do. They use a gecko in the freaking commercial, dude.
Yeah.
They got money.
And the gecko's getting work. I mean, fuck, you can.
Yeah, exactly.
Fuck, I mean, shit.
If a 3D gecko can get work,
He's
that's
3D?
something.
He's three-dimensional. It's a fully animated gecko.
Imagine if I didn't really know. I was like, he's 3D? What do you mean? I thought he's a real gecko. What the fuck?
No,
I don't know who just made that crunch, but they need to never make it again while I have headphones on.
Also, you scared me, Shino, because I literally thought you were super serious. I was like, bro, please don't. Don't do that.
I've been eating
No,
popcorn for a while. I know
you
what
did
it's
not need to understand the face that I make when I look at someone who's like, you said what? Like, that's the face I made as soon as you said that. I was like, no. Don't you ever. Like,
Oh,
I
man.
was hurting for a second. Oh, man. Jesus. He's real? Like, yeah.
Oh, man. I'm glad I hurt you.
Oh, man.
That's right, be hurt.
I'm glad that got you.
I'm always hurt. Jeez. Oy. Wait, do we have the harmonica here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you know it, man. That's the unofficial fifth member.
What is it?
The issue is the harmonica doesn't come across as well as the kazoo did. Like, Discord was a-okay with kazoo noises coming through and was like, yeah, that's a noise that is close enough to dialogue that it will be transported. Whereas the harmonica is a little sketchier.
Right.
See, like, you can get snippets of it.
Still comes through.
It comes through.
And I say, coming around that town. When's he coming around? Okay.
And that summer, the crops grew back.
Yeah.
It was a profitable summer, they say.
You joke, but sitting on the porch playing harmonica is a great vibe.
Oh, jeez.
That
So the
summer,
monologue, though.
that summer, I grew so much tumbleweed. There's tumbleweed flowing through every western town you can see.
Oh, Jesus. That's a lot of tumbleweed.
If we knew the West's aesthetic would last another year.
Yeah,
That's right.
you see.
That's the story of me, J.R. Tumbleweed.
Stop.
Excuse you, I think you're missing another R there.
J.R.R. Tumbleweed.
Tumbleweed. You see, my great grandpappy, Timothy Tumbleweed.
Sorry, that's my story. J.R.R. Tumbleweed Esquire.
That's... Oh, gosh.
I was thinking more Timothy Tumbleweed of the Kingsdale Thibodeau.
Just all alliteration.
my great grandparent Timothy Don Tumbleweed. Like
Listen,
I'm
the
the
fact
tumbleweed.
that listen, the fact that that name didn't end in the words Freeman.
Yo, no, we can't.
His former name was Freeman.
Oh god.
That's
Oh,
about
God.
as far as we're on that joke we're allowed to go on Twitch. By the way,
Speaking of, do you ever think it's weird that Gordon Freeman gets portrayed is like mostly seen as a white dude?
Right?
Mhm.
Like, he really shouldn't be.
With the last name Freeman?
It's like it's a white guy.
I mean,
Yo.
Freeman was literally a name given.
There's, yeah.
Wait a minute, that means wait. His ancestors were black. Oh shit!
Just saying.
Allowed the cookout now.
Mm. Jesus. Oh,
It's just always bothered me that I'm like, but why is Gordon Freeman white?
Especially when he looks like fucking like Heisenberg.
Fuck.
oh, we got the man in chat. I tell you, there's a man
Hey.
in chat.
Hey.
it's happening. Oh, jeez.
A whole bunch is happening this week in the frickin' nerd world.
That's right.
We
Oh,
are
man.
busy bees.
Busy as bees can be. Oh no, bars.
All right, Beastie. Post bars. Are you ready?
Show us how it's done.
All right. And welcome to our live discussion, the Itty Bitty Nerdy Committee. I'm BC Boy.
I'm Table.
I'm Red.
It is I, Shino Brando.
And we'll be discussing recent news from across the multiverse, live from video games, anime, comics, and more.
All right, I think Red should go first because Red's got a lot of stupid numbers in his, and I don't want to think about them for longer than necessary.
Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the worst name in video game history. This game, officially, and will be released as Neir Replicant version 1.224744871139.
I'm sorry, that number is not in service. Please dial again.
Oh,
Genuinely.
jeez.
I have a question. Is that
Yes.
is that a working title or is that permanent?
That's a permanent title. That's a permanent
That's
title.
on the boxes, bro.
That's on the boxes.
Wow.
That's
just put it
not
in small
only
print.
on the boxes, it is also in promotional material for everything. For
So
the
they're sticking,
posters, everything.
they're sticking to it, right? Okay.
That's the name of the game.
All right.
So, for those
I
that don't
mean,
know,
maybe that's just. No, you keep going. I've got a joke for when you're finished.
so for those that don't know, Nier was a game that launched in 2010 on the 360 and the PS3. But in Japan, it came in two versions. The Xbox got Nier Gestalt, which was identical to every other version. However, the PS3 got Neir Replicant, which featured a younger protagonist. So it's this version getting the upgrade. Near Gestalt is probably way too hard for English people to say, so they threw a bunch of numbers out of the end, so just to fuck us around.
Damn.
I mean, given Nier's history as a game franchise, that might just be the number of endings in this one.
Stop.
Oh, wow. You
Like-
really sat on that one.
The last game had just a ridiculous number of endings, and the kind where like you have to do multiple playthroughs to unlock them, which just that's always insult to injury, you know? Like I like games where you can go, I want this ending, and then just go get it. But it's like, nah, bitch, you haven't played the game 5 times and found all of the thing during all of the ones. Go fuck yourself.
right pathing, yeah. to
So,
get the
what
one-
I will
the
tell
ending
you
wanna get,
is
yeah.
that this particular Nier Automata, or Nier Automata, depending on how you want to pronounce it, features 27 endings.
No.
You need to beat the game 3 times all the way to the end to get 3. One is dying by a certain way, and the rest you just stumble your ass into.
Okay.
And
Correct.
there's
The
a
Trip Become
big
Human is just you?
achievement, and you get the most complete ending when you've done 26 of the endings.
Oh.
I wasn't kidding.
She's right.
Really want you,
That's real.
They really want you to replay that game. Same.
Well, Nier
Also, like-
Automata sold 48,000 copies, which was like a lot. They didn't expect that game, like especially because Nier Gestalt and Nier Replicant, their original releases, didn't sell very well.
No.
So when Nier Automata, like, absolutely skyrocketed on PS4 and was one of the hits that might even get a PS5 a remake or remaster, depending on how you want to phrase it.
Right.
Yeah. No, they just throw whatever the fuck they want at you. Especially 2B's boobs.
Don't. But no, I watch. That's one of those games that I watched my roommate play, and that I can't imagine playing through that 26 times. That is emotionally difficult. Like the Nier Automata, however we've decided to say this today.
In fact, both.
Tomato.
You know how, like within the first 2.5 hours or so, there are little robots that you are hunting through the desert that are running away and talking about being afraid.
Jesus.
And that's in the first 2.5 hours. And like one character exhibits guilt, the other's like, don't worry about it. Their feelings aren't real. Which, given that you are also robots, is a little bit distressing.
Wow.
This Nier Automata and the entire Nier franchise is very much, oh hey, you know that meaning of life thing? Yeah, what does it mean if you're a robot but have consciousness, and what does it mean to be alive, and corrupt capitalist, and what is communism, and how do we
So
solve it?
AI?
Have you watched Blade Runner?
This dude
it's
watched
that-
Blade Runner and went, I got you.
Exactly.
in a different animated time and on like a post-apocalyptic Earth.
Also
Yeah.
with 2B.
Because 2B's great.
To be hot.
2B hot.
Jesus.
I do wish though that like her outfit made more sense. But like that's a personal problem. I understand why it doesn't. The answer is fan service.
Correct. And I'm on
Okay.
board.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
So, the special edition version of this game, which releases April 23rd, 2021, it was the White Snow edition because the Black Salt edition wasn't available.
Okay.
It features the Grimoire pin set, which, if I knew more about the Grimoire and more about the lore of this game, and I'm sure that's awesome. It also features a whole bunch of scripts. Maybe even the entire script from the entire motherfucking game.
Ho ho. For one
Jesus.
ending at least.
One concrete one at least.
God.
It also features a steelbook case and also a special 2-disc soundtrack.
Well, that's
We
cool.
love steel discs. Or steel
In
cases,
honor
rather.
of this game coming out, the original Nier Automata, is on sale on all platforms it was available on, so that's PS4 and PC, for 50% off.
50% off is pretty off.
It was so off, I bought it.
Wow.
Right on.
It's a bargain deal.
Later this year, we will get some previews at Nier through their theatrical orchestra. So they played an entire orchestra through this entire soundtrack and some of the songs from Nier Automata.
Okay.
And they put it on Blu-ray, and it goes on sale in Japan anyway on October 28th. In
That's
Japan,
not too far away.
yep, in Japan, the game comes out on April 22nd, and on us the next day, which is just
Okay.
fucking unheard of.
Yeah, it usually takes it's like a couple of months in between even.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So is there more like popularity here, like in the western side, or more of the
Oh,
eastern side?
absolutely more most popular on the eastern side, but it has a very dedicated and loyal fan base on this side.
Mm-hmm.
Consider it like Gundam.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a niche. You gotta be just in love with that to
If
be
you
like
know,
in-
you
in-
know.
yeah, in depth.
Mhm.
But over in the east, they're like, yes, hit us with more Nier. Let's go, dude,
Mhm.
with a skull head. Let's go.
Mm.
That's my news. Shino, you want to go
Gotta
next?
be more specific. It's lots to do with subtitles.
Guess I could go next.
This way we stop hearing about Neir Replicant 1.23572. Da, 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 da.
Right on.
I really wish I had the dialogue noise right now.
Jeez.
Here we go. So, there's a couple images on the screen if you're watching. If you're not watching, I'm just gonna bring up a few tidbits here about what's been going down. If you haven't heard, Supergirl comes to an end abruptly with the end of I think a 6-season run or a 7-season run.
6.
6, right? Yeah. Kind of strange to just out of the blue end it. Normally they have like announcement for these kind of like finales and such, but this just comes out of the blue. So no pun intended on that one. So not too much news on what's going down and the reason why, but a lot of people say it's because ratings were kind of fluctuating up and down, and so best to kind of end it on a good note than a sour note.
Mm.
Yeah, and I believe Melissa Benoist is pregnant and about to become a mother, so she may dedicate her time to motherhood. So best to end the show now than anything else.
Yeah, I don't know how you'd run that plot arc.
Yeah, right. Blame it on Brainiac. Always do that.
I'm coming with Chow. Yeah. How? Plot.
Brainiac. Just Brainiac.
Yeah.
Other news that John Cena is working with James Gunn, and they're doing a Peacemaker series on HBO. I believe it's a limited series. It's what they say it's going to be an action comedy, and it takes place after the Suicide Squad movie that comes out. So it's safe to say that John Cena survives. Run.
Now, is it a sequel or a prequel?
No, they say it's a sequel. It's right after. Yeah, directly right after. So it's going to be following him and his exploits at trying to make peace with really violent means.
Okay.
Yeah. Other image there. If you're seeing a gate broken from a brick wall, that was done by The Rock. The Rock stuck at home due to the storm that's been going down. They've had a power outage, and so his gate wouldn't open. But he had to leave home to film for Black Adam, so he literally ripped the gate from the brick wall. Rock.
Yep.
I cannot imagine. Like, I thought someone broke his gate. I thought it was an intruder, and I could not imagine myself being the intruder and then going into The Rock's house, The Rock knowing that I'm there, me turning around, Scooby-Doo moment, and going, huh, so I guess my next of kin needs all of these things, because I'm done.
Right? Hey.
What do you even do? That's a guy who would like very gently throw you down the fucking street.
He's a big dude. I've actually seen him full on roll over a car, like a car, like a frame. He's like strong enough to do it, right? I've seen Big Show do it too. So I mean, these guys are some tough dudes, man. I mean, The Rock's muscles have muscles. Like it's just you know what I mean. Like he's
and
a
those
big guy.
muscles have muscles. Don't even kid.
Right, yeah. So I mean, like I could imagine him, breaking shit apart, no problem.
People who can lift things, very scary.
Right. And last image there.
I'm so like prepared for The Rock, like because I imagine he's doing more bodybuilding and more things to play Black Adam in a couple years.
Well, he says he's supposed to be physically imposing on screen. Period. So like even
the man's physically imposing now.
Exactly. So even if you have Cavill on screen, he's supposed to look physically imposing, man. Other news.
Established Cavill as Superman isn't superimposing. He's just kind of tall and sparkly.
Yeah. Kind of big and tall. Other news. Speaking of Cavill, the Snyder reshoots happen in about 2 weeks. News is they're only filming for 1 week long, so 7 days. So it's not that much reshooting to do.
That's gonna suck for those actors.
That's right? Impressive.
Exactly. It just shows that Snyder had a lot of work already done. I guess there's just a few key scenes he really needs to just finish up and get this sorted out. So apparently the only two people who don't need to be on set are Cavill and Momoa. Everybody else has to show up. So Looks like looks like all of Cavill's and Momoa's scenes are intact and ready to go.
Weird.
And it's been kind of tense since the the whole Ray Fisher WB fight that's been going on, and he's been called back for reshoots as well. So
I
it's
imagine that's a
strange.
tense set right now.
It's a tense set. The only person who kind of backed him up was Momoa on what went down, and like it's just a very kind of like
I'm sure everybody
there's a
else
dark-
wasn't blind to it, but like
Yeah.
you're Gal Gadot, right?
yeah.
And this is happening. And while you'd love to draw attention to it, I somebody might advise you that's not the play.
That's exactly. And Momoa's the type of person who looks like he doesn't really care. He just does his own thing. So, he spoke up. Right now there's a dark cloud over there, but hopefully they can work it out and pass this. And last bit of news is all of Marvel stuff has been reshuffled and pushed back again. A few
Big
dates.
sad.
A few dates to look out for. Black Widow's been moved to May 7th, 2021.
Dear God.
Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, July 9th, 2021.
Now comes out before Eternals, which was
Yep.
reversed.
Which was reversed. Eternals now November 5th, 2021, which is like crazy. Spider-Man 3, no title on it yet, but that's for December apparently, 2021. And everything else that we really were looking forward to, like Thor, Love and Thunder, that's now February 11th, 2022. Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness is March 25th, 2022, and Captain Marvel 2, again, no added title on that one, but that's July 8th, 2022 as well. So a lot of things to look forward to in the next 2 years. Got a long run to look forward.
And WandaVision might be coming out in the next 5 or so weeks here.
Yeah, a couple of weeks. I believe that's supposed to come up for, I think, November, December. So,
Pardon us, Table? Table, you were saying?
Everything about WandaVision makes my skin crawl.
I mean,
That's what interests me about it, though.
We gotta give it a chance, I suppose.
Because it's weird, and it's probably going to be a brand of weird we have yet to see.
It's probably a multiverse in which she has manifested herself.
And because it's going to be one of those, like, oh, it does tie to a movie, but that movie isn't going to be till a couple years away, it's probably safer to release that one first than it is Falcon Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
Because when its tie-in movie, or, well, the movie it might tie in the most to, Black Widow, might come out, God only knows.
Yeah.
Or how it might come out, God only knows.
So, remember, these dates are, there for now.
Subject to change.
Yeah, if this Backstreet Boys story don't end, man, these guys are performing left and right. It's got to stop. And
I'm so very happy it's coming to Disney Plus very, very soon.
Yeah, same here. It gives us something new to watch as well. We need stuff to see. We need stuff to do, man.
But this is our first year apparently since 2008 without a Marvel movie.
I mean, I don't mind the break. I mean, there's no real fatigue, but I mean, hey, it gives us something to anticipate at least.
Mm-hmm.
At least we went off on a high note. Like the last one all of us would have watched was Spider-Man. And you're going to tell me everybody didn't have fun in Spider-Man?
If nobody had fun, then I'm throwing hands.
For real. It was fun. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was.
All right, Beastie, your turn.
Oh, wait, the table, did you want to say something?
I'm just always prepared to go off on a tangent about Far From Home, but let's do more news.
That's only fair.
That's okay. That's like being Into the Spider-Verse. I'll go on a tangent about that movie all the time. So
I'll just go on a tangent about any Spider-Man movie.
Yeah, I know.
But that's just me. But anyways, bring up for today's news on my part. So as of recent news, if you haven't heard or if anybody hasn't really paid attention, basically Xbox did a big power move, and basically Bethesda Studios, or specifically the Xanax Studios, I think.
Okay.
Is that I believe I'm just trying to remember the name. I didn't write it down.
ZeniMax.
But ZeniMax, thank you. So the ZeniMax studio that basically hosts Bethesda and some other studios was bought out for $7.5 billion. I'm gonna say USD because I don't want to know what that is Canadian. So yeah, basically there was more news about that too, mentioning um release later on saying that head of Xbox Phil Spencer had mentioned that Bethesda will continue to run semi-independently after the company's acquisition by Microsoft. So that's still meaning there's some games that'll be like obviously being released on other systems such as Sony like for PlayStation and PC, or even Nintendo for some of the other games like for Doom and stuff like that. But it could be like an iffy situation later on too. So
Okay.
yeah. Um, it wasn't like very clear obviously of how he was saying it, but he quote or there was a quote mentioning that it is the company will retain some of the autonomy sorry, that resulted in some of the biggest games of all time, saying it is about the culture of these teams, he explained, and they're not about becoming us. So it's still like you said, being more independent or semi-independent, but obviously they're just in their eyes it's like this is our bargaining chip and we can do what we can with it now.
Watch that egg crack when they drop Fallout 76 too.
Let's hope they don't, because that game didn't do good.
We continue to spiral into this capitalist hellscape in which all things that exist are owned by one of 6 people, but that's fine.
You're right. But looking from these titles though, most likely these games can now be part of the new like added deal with the Game Pass. So like how they're doing with EA, most likely they could be possibly first party and then just go straight to Game Pass, be specifically exclusive for Xbox, or they could be like early release DLC or something like that first with Xbox, while every other company like PC, Sony, Nintendo gets other things on their behalf, or maybe no deals on their end. So
it's hell, like in the next Doom, that means we could get like a Master Chief helmet in Doom, or the other way around for.
Yep. A lot of people have been talking about it.
Like sending an email and be like, "Hey, can we put this in our game?" They go, "Yeah, but sign a release." Okay.
Can we make this an Easter egg? Easter egg? Let's make it a skin. What do you mean?
Right? Can we make the Doomslayer a power armor?
Have you ever seen a height comparison of Doom Guy and the Master Chief? Because
Twitter's going off with it. It's crazy.
It's really funny.
Like I think the Doom Slayer had the energy sword, and I don't remember what it's called.
Ooh, no, now I have to go look up this death battle because Master Chief and Doom Guy, you can't just bring up this fight and be like, oh, no,
it's not a fight.
I think it'd be funny.
Yeah, there actually is a fan art piece of them standing together, like where they're holding each other's like game property swords.
Okay.
But, yeah, I don't know where it is. I remember seeing someone like had posted it in mentions of like Bethesda, Xbox, and all this stuff. So
Master Chief holding a BFG. Yeah, that's something I want to see.
Yeah, it exists. So
now, like I've already said it, but I need to know. So I have to look this death battle up. Okay.
I don't know if that death battle exists, but give me a sec.
It doesn't.
No, it does. It does.
No, for Master Chief and Doom
Guy, yeah, it does.
Does it?
I feel like it should.
Table, if you drop it in the space, I can put it on stream.
Yep. I found a picture of Master Chief, Doom Guy, both standing next to Gordon Freeman, who we were talking about earlier. So I'm gonna send that to.
Ironic.
I do Freeman.
Mm-hmm.
They're very tall. He is a normal-sized man.
But yeah, this makes me very interested in how this whole game exclusive situation is going to be, because it could go good, it could go bad, but like at the same time, it's like these are a lot of game titles or upcoming game titles as well that people do enjoy. So seeing Xbox take this and people are like, "Huh? What?" And people are just like fighting. There's actually some fights or arguments saying from Xbox people saying, Sony was just like, "Oh yeah, we have all these exclusive Spider-Man, God of War," which is okay. It's obviously a good point, right? And then the other side of the fight, people were saying is like, they mentioned just like Xbox has now purchased Bethesda, and they're like, "Look at us now!" And it was the funniest thing. Like it was so funny. The memes are amazing.
I'd forgotten how goddamn weird the Doom portions of Tumblr are. Did you know
Until
someone
they
figured
come-
out how to do on a pregnancy test?
Oh, I'm sorry. What?
One more time? Can you just run that back?
Someone figured out how to play Doom on a pregnancy test.
That's real. That's real. Yeah, I heard about it.
I'm not asking.
I'm gonna
I'm
drop a
not
link in chat, see if you guys can pull it open, because that'll be a gif of someone doing that.
asking. My God.
With a very small keyboard.
Jeez.
Man.
Anyway,
Okay.
so where's our Doom DLC?
Oh, actually, that's something I was gonna talk about.
Okay.
And you can take it away.
How about Doom on Nintendo Switch?
That would be neat, but also
No, Doom Eternal was supposed to come to Nintendo Switch and it's not there. It was promised at launch.
Oh shit, was it?
Please do you check the editing tab?
Doom Eternal was announced for Nintendo
Oh, God.
Switch
Oh.
and it has
But yeah.
yet to release.
The DLC, The Ancient Gods, sort of exists. It's gonna be out It's gonna be out October 20th, allegedly.
I stand corrected.
And as BC was talking about, Doom is coming to the Xbox Game Pass, including the early games like 1, 2, and 3. So, you can get your fill of just absolutely tearing apart the fiends of hell.
Mm-hmm.
Not Doom 64 though.
Quick hop on though, just for mentions. For first party games under Xbox, they will be like available on Game Pass like release day. So yeah, that's just a little tidbit. I found this out today and I was like, whoa, okay.
I'm just sorry, I got distracted by trying to find stupid images of fan art of Doom. I'm gonna go back talking about news and stuff. So Marvel is officially casting for 2 large roles on their Moon Knight show. We've got. I'm gonna give you the descriptions that I've pulled from thedirect.com. So, source. But they're casting for a 20 to 40-year-old white male, a stereotypical good-looking, overly enthusiastic, less intelligent than average, but still lovable actor must be fluent in French, which means
I'm
that
gonna
must
tell you
be
right now that's the cab driver.
Frenchie Jean-Paul Duchamp. Or Duchamp if
110%.
you're American. And then they're also casting for what we assume is likely the love interest, a 20 to 35-year-old, all ethnicities female, manipulative operative in a secret organization, capable of going from cool and tough to warm and friendly in a heartbeat. So it's probably Marlene Allron. I actually never knew how to say her last name, so I just made that up.
That's good enough.
I'd have to see it again to see how I could pronounce it. But
On also the note of casting, there is floating around on the internet the casting calls for Miss Marvel's future best friend and Miss Marvel's sister.
Ho 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 ho.
Interesting.
Which tells me that somewhere in this line we have a Miss Marvel cast. They're just not telling us.
Look, man, I feel like there's a lot of casting that they're doing on the down low, which is why they specifically let us see the casting descriptions for those 2 characters, because people will go rabid otherwise.
Right.
But I really want the Moon Knight show to be good, really, really badly. And if it's not, I'm gonna be very upset.
I think the Moon Knight show is gonna be I'm sure She-Hulk and Miss Marvel and WandaVision and Captain America show, Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
There you go.
Thank you. Will be all very, very cool. But I am also hoping Moon Knight will be the best one to me personally.
I have hopes for She-Hulk.
I want She-Hulk to be good, but I have less faith in their ability to tell a good She-Hulk story. Where, let's be real, I love Moon Knight, but I'm also aware that, less talented writers can write an okay Moon Knight story, where less talented writers make a really bad She-Hulk story, you feel?
I guess.
And also, Marvel has yet to prove exactly what they do with a female-led hero, because we can't watch that fucking movie yet.
Damn.
So my faith is.
we had Brie Larson.
Yes, we did. There's
which was pretty great.
which
I
is
mean,
good enough. It did its job.
It sure did.
Listen, it's
You
not
know,
my favorite movie out of the bunch.
I-
The fact that it stands alone, the fact that it stands alone as the only female lead movie we've seen thus far,
from that camp, yeah.
really shows its thing. Where DC in half the time did 2, but we still can't watch that one yet, so it still doesn't count.
Yeah.
Hang on.
Yeah.
Are you gonna stand there and tell me that Captain Marvel wasn't good?
I will tell you, it's just not my favorite out of all the Marvel movies. That's all I'm saying.
You
He
know
says
what?
it's mediocre.
No, it's just not my favorite. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm putting out on the
I
record.
know. I know. I was just bugging.
There's a lot of Marvel movies. I'll give you that. So it not being your favorite isn't the worst thing in the world, but also like
The worst Marvel movies, Thor: The Dark World. We all know this.
that's just a fact.
It is my personal belief that if you were to rank all the Marvel movies, they are bookended by Thor movies. At the very beginning is a Thor movie, and at the very end there's a Thor movie.
Yeah.
Everything in between is up for complete debate.
Except for
Yeah.
Winter Soldier. That's a really good spy movie. That's dressed as a superhero.
This is what I'm saying.
Mhm.
Everything's up for debate.
Winter Soldier is a good movie, but like Ragnarok is a good movie and gay. Therefore, it's just a bit better. You feel?
I see.
Understood.
Here's where we can
Oh.
kind of pull an audience. What we can do is, hey audience, those listening and those that can type in chat, if you'd like to see us rank the Marvel Cinematic Universe the same way we did the Power Rangers universe, type yes in chat.
That shit's a bit tougher, man. Oh God.
That's
Not
gonna be
for that one.
We did
I've
20
got
years of
further-
Power Rangers.
We did, and we're currently working on the DCEU.
PU. Sorry, what?
I know. So
God is purpose.
the MCU that's a bigger endeavor. I'm not saying we can't do it, right? Because I mean, shit, I'd love to do it. I'm just saying that's a journey, man.
All I'm saying is we do
Uh-huh.
the same idea as we did the Power Rangers. We bring up
Guess
the
we-
old table maker, and away we go.
Oh yeah.
And by that I
get-
mean
but
we grab Table's parents and when away we go.
Yo,
Why?
that shit will be a 3-parter because like we can go really in depth with a lot of these movies, and there's a lot to break down for all these films. So
Yes.
I mean,
Yo, we're not
That's-
skipping over the fact that the joke was made, right?
like, listen, listen, man. I'm trying to gloss over that, okay?
Yo. Oh.
I'm trying to
I appreciate it. I'm also going to drop another good Master Chief and Doom guy picture in the chat if anyone wants
If
to
you
look
could
at that.
also link to our current DCEU Part 1 episode.
Oh, I sure can do that.
No.
Give me a second while I type as loudly as humanly possible.
Oh, we're getting some yeses in the chat.
We
Or
are.
actually a hell yes from Costume.
We
No, I
appreciate
do-
the
I-
enthusiasm.
I do like a good hell yeah.
We can appreciate a hell yeah here.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
So, just
Alright.
so we can just delay some time here. Right now, on any console you can play it, Rocket League is 100% for free.
I'll be downloading that soon.
Same with myself.
You mean soccer, but for cars?
Soccer, but for cars.
I mean, it's a crazy concept, but it works.
I am so happy. In rando Nintendo news, the leaked game of Kirby Fighters 2, which was leaked the night before,
Mhm.
and then Nintendo decided, you know what? They found it. It was on our official website, but we hadn't talked about
Shit.
it yet. They
That's
released.
barely a leak.
There was no press for it. There was no nothing. And then
Just
people
exists
found it,
now.
and now it's out. It's $19.99 on the place or on the eShop.
Thank you for the price tag. I'm gonna go buy that right now. Thank you.
It's insane. Completely insane, but like, alright. Then again, I can't object to people not enforcing a mile-long hype train before every game release, you know?
This I
Sometimes you just get
understand. Listen, there's still a mile-long hype train for Smash Bros. Characters that aren't around yet.
Hey,
Always.
Christmas time, I swear, I'm standing by it. I'm standing by it.
It is day 2000 of no Smash reveal. We have resorted to doing fan reveals and hoping they're all right.
I'm telling you, December, we're just gonna be like, save face, dump everybody one time, call it a day. Buy that as a bundle. We make money. Everybody's happy. Nintendo's happy. Merry Christmas.
hey, as long as Dante's in there, I'm okay.
Dante ain't coming to motherfucking Smash.
You will fight me, sir. I swear.
I'll fight you here on the internet. Tell you what, I'll put it on record right now. If Dante comes to Smash, I will do a 24-hour stream of playing just Smash Bros.
Oh God.
How interesting. Okay.
You know why you want Dante in Smash so bad? Because
Because
want
you
another
want me to
character.
slap a sticker on your box that says including Dante from Devil May Cry. But Table, what was yours?
Because he wants another character he can play with just a million different weapons.
The man wants another swordsman for some fucking reason, but no.
No, think about it. Then he
If
also-
you're gonna give me a swordsman, at least make it a one that we want. Either Dante
Exactly.
or Travis. One of the two. One of the two.
Violence was just like people were like, "Oh, Fire Emblem, cool," and I was like, "Okay."
If at that point, give me either Dante or Virgil, or just fucking put in whoever. Like Travis touchdown. Give me someone that like I really want to. That has a sword that I really care about. Like I don't give a shit about. I mean, for those who like Fire Emblem, cool. You can like Fire Emblem. I don't know anything about it. And I don't think I'll ever dig into it. So for me, all these fighters, I don't have any love for it. I have no connection to them. I just don't care. Right. So you can give me a sword. Like I like Cloud. Cloud's cool. I'll play Cloud sometimes. Right.
It's too
That's a
bad he
sword guy,
got
but, like,
mage or shafted with the music selection.
yeah, I know. Like, but like I'll play him sometimes. But like, give me that variety. That's cool.
Man's
like,
got
you
2,
have a-
Terry's got 50.
But you have a full on roster that's just like 7-8 fighters. That's like Fire Emblem. I'm like, man, one of those could have been Dante. Just saying.
Look, they just really like Fire Emblem, like a lot.
Sakurai
Like a-
really does like that Fire Emblem, man.
All right, Table, you know what time it is?
Is it time for us to talk about something that only we read?
Absolutely. So, in this rando
down.
segment, quick table name for the show. Go.
22 and 10 is what we were calling it before in my editing files.
Excellent. So, in this live edition of 22 and 10, we
Mhm.
did Dark Knight's Metal, Dark Knight's Death Metal, Speed Metal.
Gotta go fast. Like really fast.
Stop.
Like as fast as you can possibly go and then a little bit faster.
And then, just when all hope is lost, a little bit faster.
Yes, that's how that works. This is a speedster story. That's actually what you do.
You know what? I thought it was gonna be Sonic the Hedgehog when she mentioned that tagline, but let's go for it.
I mean, we're really close. Look at Wally. He's blue.
You're not wrong.
Do you want to know why he's blue?
Please tell the fans and us, please.
He sat in a fancy chair.
He sat in the Mobius chair.
A
Ew.
real fancy chair for a fancy boy.
For others, well, I understand what the Morbius chair is, but for others, what is it exactly?
It's
The Too Long
it's
Didn't
some,
Read version is it's a god chair. You get to
you go.
visit anywhere you want. You get to change anything you want. You get to observe the entire universe. Usually it's for the person named Mobius, but he died.
So his chair's up for grabs, and it gives some real hard Dr. Manhattan vibes.
So hard, Wally literally put it in his fucking head. The
Yeah,
hydrogen
he's
symbol.
got the stupid.
Wow.
He also talks about having anti-crisis energy, which just the fact that that's a term that I now have to accept as commonly used in comics really upsets me.
The man's blue on purpose. I cannot get over it.
He is blue on purpose.
Let me tell you, through this issue, I appreciate the love Jay Garrett gets.
Yes. Jay is not a side character in this. Like, he's not the main character, but he's not there because he's a speedster. He's there because he's a character that has a stake.
Mm.
And something to lose.
Yeah. Which is unusual, because normally he's just there being shiny.
with his fancy ass helmet.
His fancy ass helmet with wings.
Oh, jeez.
We see a whole horde. Oh, okay, are we gonna do this panel or page by page, Red, or do we want to
could
just
do it as much as we want. We want to blaze through the whole thing at Speed Force style. You want to do it panel by panel or page by page? Sorry.
let's roll through it, not quite page by page, but at least sort of linearly. So the plot of this issue is all our favorite speedsters, and by that I just mean the 4 you can see on the cover: Barry Allen, Wally West, Jake Eric, and the other Wally West.
Excuse you, it's Wallace West.
The other Wally West are being chased by the Batman Who Laughs, scary, I want to say furry persona, but actually it's
not furry. Very much not furry.
no.
Just shut that down.
It's like if his persona was just being made of shadows and pointy, you know?
So the Batman Who Laughs, which is the other picture of the scary dude on screen, merged himself with some radiation crisis energy that was in Dr. Bat-Hatton, which is a combo character from the Dark Universe of Dr. Manhattan, the big blue guy from Watchmen.
Who should have been Dr. Bat-Manhattan.
Correct. And and Batman.
Yes.
So those characters crossed in a weird dark multiverse, and the Batman Who Laughs absorbs some of that energy, and now he is called the Darkest Knight.
He ate them, basically.
Yep.
So
wow.
He's trying to kill the speedsters because sitting in the Mobius chair filled Wally with that good old anti-crisis energy, and he wants it. So they be running, which is, to be fair, what they do best.
You might say it's all they do.
It really is. It's all they do. And they run so fast that they are pushing the limits of the Speed Force, and they're like, maybe we can just keep doing this forever? ? Except then there's a bunch of zombies who are also very fast. One of them looks like the Joker, one of them looks like Batman, most of them just look like the Flash. They gotta run real fast. And like, I'll be real, looking at that whole mob shot of them, it's not even very scary. I was just like, why is there a Batman? You gonna tell me he can keep up with the other speedsters with a cape on? Why is there a very fast gorilla? Why is there a version of Gorilla Grodd that's fused with the Speed Force? Who let that happen?
Dark
that doesn't seem
multiverse.
It just seems like a bad call.
I could tell you the character that exactly let that happen, but I think that's too many names this episode.
Correct. Hard correct. There is one panel where the Speedster Joker looks really, really stupid, but he looks stupid in every panel anyway, so... But they realize that they can't keep running forever, so Wally decides to yell some math and stop time.
So for those familiar with a character named Jessie Quick, I'm sure Shino here is familiar with her.
Oh.
Shino?
Yeah.
So it is the mathematical formula to get access to the Speed Force that Jessie Quick uses to get her powers when she wants them, because she can turn hers on and off.
Very convenient.
It's just by saying an equation?
It's not even a good equation. It is 3x2 brace 9yz closing brace 4a equals question mark.
So the answer is toast.
The answer might as well be toast.
That's just bad math. I don't know what to say.
It's the Speed Force. That's what we gotta say.
That might as well be no. You know what? That might as be the formula to get the world. Then
listen here. In the moment of crisis, she turns and she looks Wally in the face and she's like, "Toast." Everything works out.
I actually want to hear a Speed Force, a Speed user, somebody say that Like how he shouts that with like with brevity and with also like gusto is beyond me.
I have to fix this. I gotta go toast.
I'm going toast. Like fuck.
Have you ever fucking like when you look at the anti-life equation, it's the same vibe where you look at it and you're like, this is just angsty math, except this is
Whoa.
just really
Let's not even-
stupid math.
Let's not even begin on the anti-life equation. Jeez. Today I'm angry. Guess what, world?
Always
Stupid.
angry.
Everybody all of a sudden is just like,
Okay. Do you want to hug
Sure.
or
there's no real explanation as to how this equation fucking works. Just done.
people just go, I guess I'm going to die now
Yeah.
because math tells me I should.
Guess what, Superman? I have the anti-life equation. Cool.
And
Use it.
eye lasers.
Yeah, cool. How does the equation work? Like, do you do the brackets first or?
So-
Like bed math.
This
Is it bed
particular
math?
math, and I will read this verbatim.
Please do.
It's the Speed Force formula developed by Johnny Quick. It taps into the Speed Force in a different way. I've used it used it to stop time before. Combining the formula and our abilities put an extra strain on the Speed Force and accelerated the burnout. Which means
'Cause
they
them
are
running-
now they have put a hard Speed Force big blockade between them and the Speed Force zombies.
At a fucking intervention. Look at that shit.
Absolutely.
But like,
You know what speed does to you kids? Don't do speed.
Don't do Speed. This is your brain on drugs. Blue Wally West.
Your brain on toast. Don't do toast.
Gotta go toast. Whew.
Gotta toast fast.
So,
so now that they've stopped time, they're like, all right, I guess we got a plan now. And they're like, well, I don't know what the fuck to do. And Wally's like, what if we go back for the chair though? And they're like, we just ran away from the chair. You
but
want
what
us
if we go back?
turn around? Barry thinks turning around is a bad idea because, quote, flashes move forward. And Wally goes, yeah, but like, our only option is back that way. And Barry's like, we can't just keep running in circles. But really, they could just run a really big circle and circle back around to the chair.
I was gonna say they could just do that. Like,
They could. You can keep moving forward and go back from the chair. You don't have to go in a straight line. But
Hello, guys.
They got it.
Hello. Toast. You're not thinking of the toast part. That's why that happened.
You're not
no,
thinking
because
with
we're
toast.
also we're also forgetting comic logic. My bad.
straight
That's-
lines
that's-
only.
That's the toast.
E equals MC toast. Nice.
You know,
Basically.
my favorite was when Superman died. Then he didn't because he was just put in a really deep coma.
Oh, yeah. We love comic book logic.
Don't get me started on a Kryptonian healing chamber. Anyway, back to flashes.
So they do some drama where they argue about what they're supposed to do, and then Barry's like, you know what, Wally, I should trust you and trust in you, even though you've been dead for a while, because I was dead for a while, and at least no one forgot I existed when I was dead.
Shit, son. Snap.
And so they're like, all right, we're gonna run back the other direction. But just before they can, the Batman Who Laughs tries to corrupt the Speed Force, which is where the cool outfits on the left there come from. I don't know. I guess it just looks neat.
Needed a
Have-
costume change.
Have we established that you have to say the whole name? That Batman Who Laughs is that like saying a Tribe Called Quest? You have to say the whole thing.
Yeah, you got
Well,
it.
right now he's the Darkest Knight.
Oh, stop!
That makes me sad, so I'm not saying that.
No,
I'm not using that either. That's
no, I'm
that's-
sticking with
I-
Batman Who Laughs.
yeah, the Batman WL. If you want, I don't even know what to call it.
But
That's,
yes,
that's a long
it
name.
is like the Tribe Called Quest. Every time they refer
Okay.
to that character, they say Batman Who Laughs, except for exactly one time later in this book.
I'm really
Yeah.
excited for it.
Batman Who Laughs TM. I understand.
It's a
So-
trademark.
So they get their
They
mega
prepare
powers.
for this fight. And they have like a staring contest with the spooky, scary skeleton eyes,
Mhm.
and then they book it. And then suddenly they're being chased by Long, Dark, and Spindly.
Sorry, excuse me. Who?
The Darkest Knight, you see.
He looks funny, but they still gave him a butt in all the drawings. So, and yes, this is how I look at art. Don't worry about it. They run, and he tries to catch up. But alas, they can only run so fast. Jay Garrick falls behind. This is the second time he's done that this
Of
issue.
course, old Jay and his hammies. Come on, man.
He's like, I'll hold him off for a bit. And then Wally West II is like, I also cannot run that fast. I will go meet up with Jay.
Jay has the most emotional moment. He's like, yeah, me and Joan never had kids, but you know, all you younger speedsters, you were just as good as having kids. And I'm like, oh, man. The Flash almost made me cry.
Don't forget me now. Emotions? Remember, take my bedpan back to my wife. The one
Stop.
Yeah, sorry.
No. Stop that, serious, man.
So now we're two speedsters down and two left.
Oh boy.
And they punch a bunch of fucked up Robins, and Barry's like, all right, here's the play. Because speedsters can do that thing where they transfer kinetic energy and therefore speed force from one to another, Barry literally shoves Wally forward into running faster and then gets yoinked by all the speedster zombies. And then Wally has a very emotional run where he stops being blue and he makes it to the chair. At which point, ho ho ho. Do you want to say the line, Red, or shall I?
Hey, Batman who tries too hard. And then he flips him the finger, but the finger was switched to his index finger because comics. He gives him the finger and goes, too slow.
He doesn't flip up the finger. It should be the finger, but instead it's like index finger and pinky. Like rock on, but backwards.
Oh, I didn't catch his other finger the first time.
I understand. So he makes it to the fanciest chair in the universe. He gets to give a better name to the Batman who laughs, and then he gets swooped back into the Speed Force, except this time he's got company, because Bart Allen continues to be one of the smartest people in the universe.
Okay.
Wow.
Basically, let me just pull off panel the explanation, because speedster shenanigans always get really confusing really fast. So, when the Justice League went missing and things got scary in reality, we shared our speed with each other and ran like hell into here. It was Bart's idea.
So, the amount of speedsters on screen. We've got Jay Garrick, we've got Bart Allen, we've got Wally West's kids, you know, the parents of Bart Allen.
And Jai and whatever, and the twins, the Tornado Twins.
We've got that Blute Speedster, who I have no idea who they are. We've got Barry, we've got Jesse Quick, we've got Wallace West, and we've got Max Mercury.
With his stupid fucking collar.
Max Mercury.
Max Mercury's back, man.
Man.
Matt Damon.
Between his collar and Jay Garrick's bedpan helmet, I don't know who had
Stop.
Okay.
You can be nice to old Jay. We're nice to you.
Yeah, but I don't wear a bedpan on my head, man. I mean, I use one, but I don't put it on my head, all right?
No, you.
Listen, if you're gonna make that joke, I'm gonna double down on it, okay?
Okay.
I can't. I'm not saying nothing, man.
So we get to see Wally in the red suit that's all full of holes and shit because he ran too fast again for a good 6 pages, and then he goes back to being blue so he can use the spooky scary chair.
Wow, it really came full circle.
It went. He continues to be Sonic because gotta go fast.
Jeez.
Return to my shitter. I now know more.
And then they run away to Speedster drag the Mobius chair to Wonder Woman because she'll know what to do, right?
And that's the end of the issue.
Hit it really hard.
Genuinely, that might be the case because comics.
It really might be.
You know, the only thing that makes sense to me at this point right now.
Just smack the shit out of it. Maybe that'll fix the problem.
Just break the shit out of it, man. Fuck.
Oh, gosh,
Overall, it's a good speedster comic, which is to say that, yes, the solution to every problem is run faster, but it's emotional, it's heartfelt, it gets into some family dynamics, it gets into this whole idea of the people you care about and how they change, and
Jay Garrick does something.
Jay Garrick does something. I get to see Bart Allen, which is always good because he didn't exist for a while. So every time I see him, I'm excited all over again.
He exists in Young Justice.
Yeah, but like before that, he was fucking Bartor or whatever in Teen Titans.
That's so bad.
I have not forgiven. I have not forgotten.
They DC lists just like hurting kids those characters
That
from that period of
generation got
time. Yeah, they just like hurting them so bad. Man,
I will tell you right now that I never thought I would hear the sentence DC just like hurting kids.
hey man, one of
Weird.
their big names weaponizes them on a regular.
Stop.
Okay? Okay?
Superman's
come
got
on.
2.
Man's got 2. Right? I mean, Oliver's got a few, and he's not even proud. Well, I'm sorry, I wasn't.
Oliver's
saying
a
that.
terrible parent, but
Yeah, I was gonna say he's not totally
Yeah, at
proud,
least
but he's
Wally
kinda
gets
is
to
proud.
talk to his.
yeah, that's the thing. Forever ago, when Wally got all blue and scary for the first time, he basically like watched his kids get souped in front of him, and it was very upsetting. So this reunion was good. It was nice. It was kind of weird for me that you have just 2 non-speedsters hanging out in the Speed Force, but like I guess they can be there if they want.
Sure, they
Listen,
do stuff.
they get to be there by association. That's how that works. When you have speedster children, apparently you get a smidge of it.
They can just whoop into the Speed Force when the entirety of reality is coming apart.
I mean, I guess.
I guess.
If you guys remember the scene in Young Justice where like Bart and Barry are having a conversation at super speed, and
Yes,
Wally
Mhm.
catches every like 3rd word,
Yeah,
they just go fast.
Iris catches every 6th word.
Like she knows they're kind of ish, sort of what they're talking about, but like she's not in this combo.
She catches speed and run, and that's about all we catch too.
What's your plan, Barry? I'm just gonna run really fucking fast, guys.
Sometimes,
then-
sometimes it's
then-
at them, sometimes it's away, sometimes it's a circle.
It's gonna work. Trust me.
One of these directions is gonna happen, and it's gonna happen.
But
All I
Barry,
know is
need you to
I'm going forward.
you've never gone before. No, you don't understand. I'll just go faster.
How do you judge this, Barry? What's faster to you, man?
Just like-
who judges your speed? Even if you're the fastest guy ever,
Hmm.
who's clocking your time?
Himself.
Him, the Speed Force itself, the
Like,
Black
come on.
Racer.
You want to know something? In this issue, we get Barry canonically saying that Wally is faster than him. Like, we all been new, but we get it said on panel that from Barry Allen that you've always been faster.
Which was a hot debate for a lot of years.
How are we clocking Wally's time then? If you're slower than Wally, how are you seeing him move faster than you? My question. He's faster
Okay.
than you.
I've got the sarcastic answer if you'd like it.
I
Go
like to
ahead.
hear
The jet stream behind him.
Jet stream behind. Okay, I'll take that. Sure.
I will also say though that I saw a while back a very good video that was like, all right, we're gonna figure out who's gone, like who is the fastest Flash, and it did a really good breakdown where the conclusion was that Wally West is the fastest on average. He's got the best use of the Speed Force. Barry Allen has gone the fastest, but it was just like a one-time thing where he went stupid fast. And Bart Allen has gone the fastest unassisted because basically Bart like ran around through reality, scooping up Speed Force energy from other speedsters, and then he shoved it all into Barry so Barry could go even faster.
Okay.
But there is one Allen character who I can't remember her first name, but basically she, as many speedsters are wont to do, is born with a fucked up disorder problem or something. So they
Okay.
shove her into a tube that's connected to the Speed Force, and she just kind of merges with it. So she is the Speed Force. So she's the fastest by default because she is
He
speed.
is the entire Speed Force.
I
And
don't
how are
think
we
she
clocking-
counts.
wait.
I think when she's Speed Force, I don't think she gets to count it. That's like being part of eternity and meaning you're the
How-
longest living being. No.
How are we clocking any of these times? I still don't know. but sure, whatever these
You,
guys
you,
want to say.
you want
is
the answer?
fantastic,
You want a sarcastic answer for my headcanon?
Sure,
Toast. Boom. That's how you're clocking it.
My
Doesn't make
boy.
sense. It's just toast.
my boy.
You would have to
All right.
measure it in units of light. You'd have to measure it in light years.
Okay, so breadcrumbs. Got it.
Oh,
But-
I think I found it. Let me just copy this link, and then I'm gonna drop it in the
Ishida?
chat for everybody.
but like,
What's the question?
okay, like,
Um,
and just hear me out one last time, okay?
Got it. Yeah.
Go ahead. Yep.
Wally is faster than these guys.
Yep.
Correct.
They have, I guess they must have raced and they figured out like I can't see Wally's ass, he's gone.
Correct.
Bye, I
Jet
guess.
stream behind him. Yes, sir.
Okay. So at that point, if he's running faster, sure, he's faster than you. But again, like, how are we clocking any of these fucking times? It doesn't make any sense. Because if he's faster than you, you don't exactly know how fast he's going. So can you really call him the fastest man alive? Can you go faster?
All you can say is that he's faster than me. And if they keep, like, leapfrogging each other in fastness, not speed, fastness,
I hate this word already, but yeah.
you would never be able to clock it because you would run out of human measurements to measure how, like, the speed in which they are carrying. You would need
Yes.
to measure it in light years because, or the like, in units
No.
of light.
Well, I believe
All
the
right.
fastest or the smallest measure of time is a picosecond, which is the time it takes for one photon to travel from one end of a molecule of water to the other.
Stop. Pause right there, okay? All those words, that's toast. That's enough for me. I'm good.
Fair enough. The answer is
boy.
toast. They're just
The answer
they're
is
really
toast.
fast.
You're
How
talking
fast
about
are they? Toast.
picoseconds and photons and Jimmy Neutrons.
Molecules.
Like that's too
All
much.
fucking
That's
brain
really-
blast over here.
Yeah, that's too much for me, man. That's all right. You know what? Forget it. Wally's the fastest man alive. Cool.
Yep. There you
All right. This was a good book. Very strange, but good.
Super motherfucking strange. But Jay Garrick had something to do, so you know what? Awesome.
Mhm.
That's a
Jay
fair
Garrick
enough.
usually just sits at home, eats
Like I
motherfucking
said.
pudding, hangs out with Joan, replaces her bedpan once or twice in the day. calls
Eating
it a day,
pudding,
you know?
eating pudding out of his helmet because it doubles as a bowl.
go.
I
That's
like
true.
his helmet.
Okay, I mean, all right, man. If you want like that, but that bowl, man, that's like a cereal. Like I used to use that when I woke up on Saturday mornings watching cartoons. I used to fill my bowl of cereal. That's my bowl, man.
I'll tell you right now, if that man took off his helmet and yucked it at somebody, you're dead.
I'm
Yeah.
guessing so, but it doesn't change the fact that it's a winged bedpan. It's a winged bedpan.
Yo,
So-
the fact that we're describing this bedpan as a double use for eating food out of, yo, that's disgusting.
Listen, the fact that he's
Yo.
now wearing a leather jacket doesn't make him look any better.
He's
The
wearing a leather.
fucking
I just
bedpan
noticed that.
off!
Holy shit! He's
Jay,
wearing a leather
you just got
jacket.
to upgrade in your costume. You're still wearing the fucking bedpan?
Look, it's not his fault. The Batman Who Laughs did that weird outfit to him.
Oh fuck!
He's got face paint on that he didn't apply. It's very strange.
That's
Batman Who Laughs doesn't
that's
make-
why Wallace West looks like the Nega Flash.
And the Batman Who Laughs doesn't make sense either. He's wearing a spiked collar around the fucking eyes, and apparently he sees. So like whatever.
He sees all.
Sure, man.
He's nothing.
So
Whatever.
currently, real quick,
I know an edgelord when I see one.
No, if you think that's an edgelord, the man works for somebody.
That I know. I know that's King Edgelord of Edgelords. I seen
No,
that.
no,
guy
no, no, no,
before,
no,
too.
no, no, no. The Batman Who Laughs is a servant to somebody.
I know. I've seen that guy too.
Her
And that
name is
guy's even.
Perpetua.
Oh, I thought you were talking about what's his name, the other guy, Barbatos.
Yeah, but he's dead.
Ah, see, I didn't know.
Our
this.
Barbatos
Oh.
is dead. You got to emphasize the bat because it's bat.
Yeah.
Sorry, yeah,
Barbatos.
Barbatos. Sorry,
There you go.
Yes.
Batos.
No, no.
Okay.
He works for Perpetua, and she is
Oh.
literally like chaos incarnate
Hmm.
across multiverses.
Sounds like the villain from MK11.
Sounds like DC ran out of ideas and needed a big name.
Cornica?
Yes, that's the one.
You
Thank you.
see, running out of ideas, they'd never.
They'd never label a character the same name twice just to make you forget about it.
Looks at the fourth wall camera.
Looks at all of the DC characters who have the same fucking name.
What do you mean? You guys, come on, they're original. I mean, there's a crisis every year.
There's also
How
a good
many-
line in this book, which is is it true that a Flash has to die in every crisis?
I mean, stuff happens. And they like restoring the universe a whole lot.
With a Flash.
Whole lot.
Yeah,
There
it took
also
1980
It's
to
all
like
and
2000.
yeah.
It took 1980 to 2002 to get 2 crises, and in the last 20 years we've gotten 5.
Mhm. And none of it's fixed. None of it's fixed anything.
That's okay.
Because they don't want to fix anything. They're like, hey, let's redo it, but let's mess it up still. Like, wait, what?
They like, but they
DC
like
looks at you
fucking-
and what needs fixing?
Come on, guys.
Was
They
it
have
our
original ideas.
staff? Because we
They have original
hired them.
ideas. There's Bartor. And there's Drake.
Barbatos.
Talk about whatever the fuck that Superboy
Rick-
Call thing was.
Yeah.
You
Rick
can leave him
Grayson.
alone.
Okay.
I'm talking about the weird black jumpsuit with red lines one.
Yeah, that one. Leave him alone.
That too. Yeah. He drove a
We-
cab and.
Wait, so we leave that Superboy, but we don't leave the Drake alone? Okay.
No, absolutely not.
okay.
We can roast him too.
Red likes to make me suffer, and I know where he sleeps, so there will be retribution.
So,
Okay,
Gotcha,
no,
okay.
you know what? Okay, Drake got a dumb name. Superboy kept his name.
Yeah.
Superboy
Dumb name,
wasn't
dude,
stupid enough to name
they-
himself after a brown fucking duck.
Except suddenly, Connell suddenly needs Abomination in
They
Kryptonian.
ruined Tim. They ruined him, dude. He had the coolest Robin costume. Then they put him in a doo-doo brown UPS costume and
Oh.
called him Drake. Are you kidding me?
Again, stop it.
OVO, is this you?
I'm very appreciative.
Sorry, did you just say that Con-El now means abomination?
That was a whole thing for a while that Connell meant Abomination in Kryptonian because they hated him.
Oh.
Okay, and with that, you can find our Twitter at Crusade Nerd. You can find our Instagram at Nerd Crusade. You can find our main show, the sister show of this show, the Nerd Crusade podcast, wherever you find your podcasts. Thanks for watching.